and you get the chance to be a part of history and really get the chance to have an opportunity to participate in our very first self-development or personal development hour that we do every single Thursday. Now, by the way, the exact same time every Thursday, the exact same Zoom link, you're welcome to bring people next week. Really what we are is we're a community within a community. And I'll tell you what that means. Community meaning the world, trying to evolve, trying to get better, where we invite this and open it up to the world for free. And then the community within that is our internal community of 1%ers. Because 1%ers meaning they're going against the grain and they're doing the total opposite of what the majority, the 99% is doing. Now, I want you at the end of this call or probably tomorrow to figure out what we're doing if you want to. But this call is not based on what we're doing. This call is really based on giving you the opportunity to really unlock the mind. Every week we'll be teaching something totally different. And I'll bring on some of those people that you had the opportunity to hear from in that video before I came up. I'm sure you recognize some of those names and faces. You know, I've spent 55 hours really dissecting some of the smartest entrepreneurs, educated entrepreneurs, people who study theologies, people who study science, people who study life, and they pretty much educate people. You know, these are change makers and disruptors and thought leaders, wealthy people, whether you're a billionaire, millionaire, whether you have something that's unique. And I brought them onto my podcast. So those are some of the people I'll also be inviting onto this, you know, Thursday night personal development hour with this inner circle community. So we definitely see it growing and expanding. And if you want to get a part of that 1%, find out from your friend how you can get into that 1%. Guys, this is a very open conversation. I really want to be able to open it up. There's a little chat box in the bottom. So at any given time, if you feel there's anything that's valuable that you're gaining from this call, I want you to pretty much take a screenshot and share it. Whether you want to share on your social media, tag the person who actually invited you onto this call and say thank you to them. If this is your very first time participating in our community, okay, because I promise you, people charge for the information we're about to share tonight. People charge $1,000, they might charge you $5,000, they might charge you a lot more. We don't. We're giving it to you for absolutely free. So really what I want to be able to dissect tonight is I want to be able to spend some time with you to share with you one of the largest and most valuable assets in our entire life. Now, I know you had a long day, and some of you guys in USA are just getting started off. It's somewhere in USA around about 3 p.m. EST right now. Africa, Europe, we're pretty much wrapping up the day today. And I know there's going to be a lot of information over the next few minutes shared, but what I really want you to do is I want you to act as if you paid $1,000 for this call today. Because the way you're going to absorb the information is going to be very different compared to if you got it for free. These are some of the information that I personally, myself, I paid to gain information. Sometimes I even jumped in a flight flying across the world to attend a conference, to really sit down. I got book after book that I've written notes on or from live events and podcasts and videos and audios and seminars, and be able to put together everything. What I'm about to share with you is not my creation, but it's really me getting mentored by people you would pay almost $50,000 to sit one-on-one with. And I'll give it to you for free today, because I realized if you learn this information and if you apply the information, not only will your life change, but one day you'll be in the position to teach the very same information from a very different way. And I promise you, you might impact someone's life too. So We all must develop the right mindset. Okay, I want you to look at the word mindset. There's two words that come out there, mind and then set. We can talk about the word set, reset. Now think about something. When you program a remote for the very first time, you're setting it. When the remote is already programmed and you want to change the programming, you would need to reset it and reprogram it. Today, every one of us, we're walking into this call today at different stages in our life. This is no philosophy or formula, which is a one style or formula fits all. Every one of you are walking into this call today with baggage, including myself. Don't get me wrong. Every one of us, none of us on this call is perfect. Every one of us is walking into this call with some baggage. It might be financial baggage, might be relationship baggage. It might be emotional baggage. It might be, baggage from, your childhood. It might be something along the line that's holding you back or holding you down or instilling a certain belief. But it's really what we want to do today, and not just today, every Thursday, really for the rest of our life until I live and until I can serve the community. I look at this hour as philanthropy. I really do. Where we can bless it forward and give back. And I want you to reset your mind. And I really want you to go out there and not only reset, but I want you to go out there and set it with the right information. Now, let's talk about the mind. When I understood this philosophy, it contradicted what I was taught by society, by teachers, by mentors, by watching parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, because we work hard for what we have. And I believed you got to work hard for what you have. Not saying you don't have to work hard, but yes, you do. What if I told you 80% of life is really psychological? It's in the mind. And 20% of life is mechanics. 20% is really the physical actions, but 80% is what's up here. Now, once again, if you gain anything valuable, if you gain a specific quote, if you gain something that you might be shifted and impacted, I want you to take a screenshot of it. And I want you to share with one person, maybe share on your social media, tag the person who invited you, tag me if you want to. But really and truly, what we want to do is we want to grow this Thursday night call to tens of thousands of people because it's free information every Thursday. So 80% of life is psychological and 20% is the mechanics. Now, people misunderstand what the mind is versus the brain, because we're taught that brain means smart. And if you're not smart, you're dumb. And if you can't get an A, you're not going to be successful in life. So from a very young age, we're programmed that the brain is what's going to help us accomplish success, not the mind. Okay? The mind is really your most powerful asset today. Now, what if I told you that 80% of your results comes from your mind? Your psychology, not your brain, but your mind. And 20% is how you physically do things. So what you physically do. Now, I've been studying this from theology and science. I first got introduced this to by the late Bob Proctor, and he learned it from science and theology. And, you know, when I looked at it, I realized what the mind really is. I want you to look at a ball, soccer ball, tennis ball, basketball, round shape. And I really want you to cut it in half. So whenever you look at a ball, the next time you eat an orange or a nachi or an apple, or the next time you see anything that's in a shape of a ball or in a shape of a circular, whether it's a balloon or whatever it is, maybe you sit in your car and you're driving and you look at your steering wheel, it's the shape of a circle, okay? Now, when you look at that, I want you to really understand that the mind is broken up into two types of minds. Two types of minds is basically your subconscious mind. And the reason why it's on the bottom is because when you take a glass and you fill up the glass, where does the water go first? And I want you to comment in the chat. When you put a glass under a tap, or you put a bottle, you pour a bottle of water into a glass, where does the water go first? Does the water fill up from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top? It fills up from the bottom to the top, correct? If you're with me, say yes in the chat. I just want to be able to make sure you're interacting, you're with me, you're aligned, and you're participating. I just want to make sure you're not tired, you're zoned in here. So just like that, when we gain anything, even if your parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, arguments with a significant other happen right now, happened last year, guess what? Subconsciously, it hits the bottom and gets stored. So how do you replace the bottom? If you take a cup and you put it long enough under a tap, eventually it's going to fill up to the top. Once it fills up to the top, it's going to overflow. The old is going to get replaced by the new. That's a powerful analogy. It really is a powerful analogy. So how do you extract the old and instill the new? By replacing new thoughts with positivity and getting rid with the old thoughts of negativity. The subconscious mind is stored. The subconscious mind is old. Did you know that it's old? It's much more easier to store negativity than it is to store positivity. We latch onto it as human beings. So the subconscious is the past. I mean, today, yesterday, the day before, 5 years from today, 10 years from today, 20 years from today, 30 years from today, 50 years from today. When you were a kid and your parents said the words can't, subconsciously, you believe you can't. We're talking about this today. You know, I got a little baby boy, son, 8 months old, turning 9. And someone told me it's a bit too late to make him swim, like for swimming classes, because, you know, generally kids go in, you know, and they go to swimming class at 6 months old. And I was like, 6 months old, like I'm a bit, you know, scared. Like I wouldn't like put him in the pool at 6 months. But subconsciously, if he started off young, that's all he's trained to do. And if he's with someone who's an expert and he's used to the pool and he learns how to swim at a very young age, he would never ever think swimming is bad. But his dad, who knows the feel of what's underneath that pool, how deep it is, I mean, it's typical. So we as parents, our parents love us enough to say the word can't to sometimes protect us. And it instills in the subconscious mind. They sometimes say the word safe. They say broke. Indirectly, they say broke. Indirectly, they say save rather than invest. Indirectly, they teach you things on how to be a 99%er, not a 1%er. And it stores. It really stores into our mind. And we're programmed. The formula is -1 is 2 plus 15. You're probably wondering, what is this? Did I sign up for a math class? I was a D student in maths, but I understood this very clearly. It takes a split second to have a negative thought, but you need 15 positive thoughts to counterattack one negative thought. So if you're ever going to entertain negativity, you're going to have to spend minutes, hours, days to control that negative thought with 15 positive thoughts. And then we talk about the conscious mind. The conscious mind is the now. So what are you thinking right now that can control the past? So we are influenced. Right now, the biggest talk in the world is the interest rates. You know how that kills people? Like, it's consciously going to kill you if you keep thinking about it. Like, you have no control over it. The only control you have is go make more money. That's really the only control you have. You cannot control any of that. Make more money. There's always going to be problems. But if you shut yourself out of the negativity and you audit what you take in, then you will truly flush out negativity and allow positivity in your mind. For me, I don't watch the news. Last time I watched it was maybe 15 years ago. I'm anti-negativity. Show me one thing that's positive about the news except for the sport. Like, really show me one thing about news until you get to the sports section. There is nothing that I've ever seen that's positive about the news. Only the sports section. I would see people winning. They don't really show people winning throughout the whole news. They'll sell negativity around the whole world. So we're influenced. We're influenced by social media. We're influenced by radio. We're influenced by TV. We're influenced by association. And then you have your mind. And your mind really controls your body. And most people think it's your body that controls your mind. But I'll prove it to you. I want to show it to you right now. And then your body takes action, and action produces this big R, which is your results. So I want to go back. Conscious means now. You need to be a better person today. You got to change yourself right now in order to get rid of the past, the subconscious mind, so your body can start taking action so you can get the right results. You want to be rich? Start reading books, listening to audios, attending seminars, subscribe to mentors, subscribe to the right business, follow the right trends. Subconscious, get rid of old limiting beliefs. Stop saying those words: can't, broke, debt, all of those stuff. Start acting differently by taking action. Watch your results. You know, most people say though, I want to see the visible reality of my results. Then I'm going to take action. Then only will I become a better person. Then I'll control my right now by only when my past is controlled. My friends, even if you win the lotto and you become rich today, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind will never sustain it. You were never trained. Wealth is a trained sport. Being a good person is trained. It's habitual. It's a habit. So the humans want this. They want results. They want to take action in this specific order. That's really what they want. So your level of vibration is what we control. People, say, Sashin, you're naturally high. Like, it's 9 p.m. where you're at right now, 9:32. I'm naturally high. I don't drink and I don't smoke. Like, I can't remember. It's been a few months, probably even a year, that I've had my last drink. I don't smoke. I'm naturally high on life, not because I'm successful, not because I'm thriving, not because I'm winning, not because I have a great lifestyle. I'm naturally high on life because I trained my mind to consume what allows me to elevate in life. Easier said than done. If you change your surroundings, oh, but Sachin, you don't understand. I'm from Nigeria, or I'm from Ghana, or I'm from Kenya, or I'm from Uganda. You don't understand. Like, you really don't understand. This is like third world. Well, hold on. Has there been millionaires created from those countries? I mean, if you're from those countries, have there been millionaires created from those countries? Yes or no? So if they've done it once, why can't you do it? Like, what's really stopping you? I'll tell you what's stopping you. You got to have a vision for yourself. I do this all the time, and it goes over people's heads. It really goes over people's heads because they really don't see it. I just did this in front of 1,000 people in Miami a few days ago, like 10 days ago. You look at this word SAW. Soul. SAW. Soul. What do you see right now when you on your bed before you go to sleep? My last thought is the dream life I want to live. My first thought is how I'm going to go get it. So you got to be able to see what you want clearly before you physically can hold it, touch it, and experience it in life. So I saw myself driving that, living in that, traveling here, wearing this, having this, earning this. Saw all of that. Flip that word SAW around, and you'll never look at that word SAW again the same. Flip it around, WAS. You'll never look at it the same again. You was there in your mind. Like, you got to be here first before you physically experience it. You got to see yourself here in your mind. You got to live it. You got to walk like it. You got to talk like it. You got to experience it. You got to drive it up here. If you can't do it here, you'll never do it in physical reality. Because the mind does not know what's right from wrong. The minute you train your mind, like, I love this whole new vibe of virtual reality, because it gives you the ability to get out of what you thought you could not achieve. Like, I love going to wherever you're around the world. Just go to Google, type in a property website. And I love typing in an area that you want to live in and really search the property area from highest to lowest price. Go visualize it. Go see what's out there. And then realize if it's accessible for man and people live there, why can't you do it? I tell people, focus, FOCUS. You follow one course until successful. You really follow one course until successful. From a very young age, I started playing chess. I was like 6 years old. And I don't want to go into too much of chess theory, but if you understand chess, the number of possible ways to play the first 4 moves for both sides in a chess game is literally 318 million plus times. The average chess master knows the next 10 to 15 moves at any given time. Like, literally, when they move a specific piece, it's already planned because they know what they're about to do. So in business, in life, you really need to know the more moves you are ahead of your competitors and who you used to be in life. If you're trying to win this life and trying to win tomorrow, you're never going to achieve success. You're never going to be the best person you can ever want to be in life. So I always tell people, amateurs can only see 1 to 3 moves in advance. If you're an amateur, like, some people can only see Monday to Friday. And maybe they can plan their Saturday and Sunday out. They don't even know where they're going 5 years from today. Like, please, I want you to follow me on this. And it's not to pick on you, but it's to really get a sense of who's in this crowd. Yes or no? please be honest with yourself. You don't want to type the answer. There's a direct message. You can send it directly to me if you want to. In this call, who really knows where they're going to be 5 years from today? We're in 2022, 2027. 5 years from today. You know where you're going to live, what car you're going to drive, how much of money you're going to have in the bank account. Like literally to the T, it's drawn out. You already know who you're going to be. Be honest with me. Like, be very honest with me. Just say yes or no. The majority of people really don't know where they're going. They really don't know where they're going in life. They really don't know where they're going in life. The majority, 99% of this whole world, not you, the world. Guys, the minute I drew it out and I knew what I was going to do, who I was going to be, and what I was going to accomplish, immediately, it started to change. It really started to change. So stop being the victim, because that's stopping you from not planning 5 years from today. Stop listening to others, because that's stopping you from planning 5 years from today. Stop pleasing others, because that's stopping you from planning 5 years from today. Stop seeking validation, because that's stopping you from planning 5 years from today. I always tell my significant other, my dream is my #1 priority. If you take my dream away from me, and if you take my goals away from me, I'm not who I am, and you would not be with me. Like, you with me because of me, my desire, my mind, and who I am. So if you take all of that away from me, you can take the possessions away. I don't care about that. But if you take me, my identity, what's in my mind, I'm not who I am. You can kill my dreams, but I'll never be who I am. So stop seeking validation from other people. Stop depending on other people. Stop playing half into this life. Like, I really want you after this call, pencil and a pen, a notepad, drop your next 5 years and be as precise as you can possibly be. Like, I want to know what car you're going to drive. I don't care if it's a Toyota. What car is it? What color? Like, be as precise as you can possibly be. What year, what model? Everything needs to be to the T. Home, where are you going to stay? 5 years from today. 5 years from today. Look at this. 1% is what people do in life. The 1%ers. They set their goals. So really, what I want you to do in life, I want you to write down goals for your health, for your wealth, for your relationships, and for your spirituality. I want you to write those goals out. Not today, well, not now on this call, after this call. Once you write them down, you need to start attaching the visualized process. So what is the visualized process? What you can physically visualize. Pictures. Pictures of the car, pictures of the home, pictures of the lifestyle, pictures of the bank balance, pictures of it. Once again, the mind keeps seeing it, it thinks it's real. The mind keeps seeing a bank balance of 0. So guess what the mind's going to believe is real? The bank balance, which is 0. So visualizing really comes from you going out there and go back. Visualizing really comes from you physically seeing it. And after visualizing, now you need to affirm it. So you speak to your mind, you speak to yourself. You know, the best conversations you will have is with yourself. The best conversations. Like, sometimes I catch myself telling myself who I'm going to be. And it's nowhere close to where I'm at. Like, that is what I want you to identify. It's a process. We're going to get there. Maybe 10 Thursdays from today. I want this to really be a safe community for you and your people to jump on and to really observe and learn every single week. What is the 4 pillars? Health, wealth, spirituality, and relationships. And then you affirming your affirmations. You're repeating it 2 times a day, 10 minutes per session. You just read out your affirmations, but you must speak all of this into existence. You must speak it into existence. Like you must be able to, in your mind, hey, if I want this iPhone 14 that's going to come out whenever, I'm so happy and grateful that I got the iPhone 14. So happy and grateful that I'm financially free. I'm so happy and grateful that I live my dream home. So happy and grateful I travel the world. So happy and grateful that money flows to me abundantly and infinitely without me even controlling it. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm always in control of every situation. I'm so happy and grateful the right people are always around me at all given time. I'm so happy and grateful. Just pretty much, you're pretty much speaking it into existence. Speaking it into existence. Okay. And you're repeating it as I mentioned. And the third step is you really got to find an accountability partner, significant other, friend, sibling. And then achieve method is once you achieve it, you got to celebrate yourself like you can't believe it. Like once you work hard for what you accomplish, you got to celebrate and reward yourself. It's a must. So accountability, I always say to people, have an accountability partner, have a tracking system, reward your small victories in life, find a mentor that keeps you accountable. You might be self-accountable, you want to do it yourself. And personal development really keeps you aligned in life. Personal development. It's that, most people go to the doctor when they're ill, they get a jab. This is like your daily dose of consistent input of positive materials, books, audios, seminars, no cheat code. You just got to pay that price. And then don't forget, once you set on everything, you really need to work like you're broke. People say to me, Sachin, I want to be a millionaire in life. I don't have the time. I want to join that business. Don't have the time. I want to be able to do this, but I don't have the time. Well, how I look at time is a 24-hour clock. 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to work. What are you doing in 8 hours? What are you doing in 8 hours? The spare 8 hours that you're doing, okay, you're allocating it to your family, you're allocating it to eating, you're allocating it to a side business, you're allocating it to you. Gym, personal mindset, personal crafting, to mastery. And then you must start changing your vocabulary. Like stop saying the words I can't. Change it to I can. Stop saying impossible. Start saying possible. Instead of saying I'm not, start saying I am. Instead of saying this is bad, start saying this is good. Instead of saying, but what if it doesn't work? Well, what if it does? Guys, I want you to understand this quote because I read it all the time. You either get paid for the decisions you made years ago, or you pay for decisions you made years ago. I'm going to repeat this. You either get paid for all the hard work you did. I've been working for 11 years, but in 2 years' time, my goal is to be retired, semi-retired, meaning I work whenever I want to work, an hour a day, jump on a few calls if I need to, make investments, and that's it. You either get paid for decisions you made years ago, or you pay today for decisions you made years ago that are negative. So your choice is really yours. You're going to pay either way. You really are going to pay. It's a typical example. If you don't take care of your health daily, you don't eat well every day, you don't gym, you don't do those daily consistent efforts, you'll pay when you're in the hospital. It's going to be a huge lump sum. So every one of you today, understand that in order for you to be successful, it's not just one of these calls that's going to make you successful. It's a repetition of these calls that's going to help you. But really, why do I give you 6 days off? because this call is free. I do calls every day for my community. Find out from our community, how you can be a part of our community. So we do it 7 days a week, different stuff. But this we do it financial stuff. This right here is mindset stuff. 4 pillars were health, wealth, spirituality, relationships. So this right here is just based on 1 day a week. I want to be able to give back to you. My community wants to be able to give back to you. So I really want you to thank the person who got you onto this call, because they saved you from spending money or not even hearing the information you probably gained today. Take a screenshot of this call right here, take a screenshot. Like, take a screenshot of it and tag myself and tag you, tag your friend, post it, invite a friend next week. But most importantly, I just want to say to you, this information means absolutely nothing if you don't take the initiative to take action. Have a beautiful and blessed weekend. And just remember something. There are people that are paying for this information and that are rewarding themselves after seeing the results. You got it for free. I want to hear your story one day, but I really don't want to hear your story from what you've accomplished. I want to hear your story from how you are teaching people, from what you learned that personally impacted your life. Stay blessed, my friends.